It was just a couple weeks ago where we attempted to host Lycan Warlord from Townstar, which is a Gala Games production, on the show. Ran into some technical difficulties, but the beauty of time is that time heals all technical difficulties. And on this episode of the Nifty.Show, we are pleased to welcome Lycan Warlord. Good sir, you are here from the land of Townstar.
I am. Hello, everyone. I'm Lycan Warlord, aka the Stash. That is my name, and you can wear it out all you want. I promise. It's not gonna hurt my feelings.
So you're going to walk us through today Townstar, which, by the way, anybody can go play this. It is, I believe, a free-to-play game that you can also earn Gala tokens in at townstar.com. So why don't you kind of give us a quick overview of what it is, and then I would like for you to work with Zach to build a town and show people how this works and how they earn.
Yeah. So if anyone's, of the millennial generation, you probably remember Farmville. So it's very similar to that, where you're creating your own town and you're selling items, using those items to not only sell for cash, but also sell for points. And the two main ways, you can just literally make an account and just play for fun. They have a weekly competition, which is for me in Central Standard Time, Tuesday 11 a.m. to Sunday 11 p.m. And you can earn Gala coin by placing in the top 400 every week. And so that's where the real fun comes in, because you're competing with thousands of other players all over the world. And if you just want to go have fun, they have monthly servers that run for an entire month, where you can just make a town and kind of play around, experiment, or do like most of us are doing now, which is earning town coin, playing daily and doing daily challenges, which I have right here. A daily challenge that I completed, and I got 38 town.
So what we're sort of looking at is an online building sim that has the cycle of build things to generate resources, sell the resources to gain a different kind of resource, and use that to upgrade and build more, right?
That's basically it. And the way they keep it interesting, because they'll change the meta. So right now we have an energy meta, which energy in this game is the form of 9-volt batteries, which if I zoom in real quick, you can see I've got this little forklift guy carrying a battery. So those are selling at a much higher point value than they were previously. So basically everyone's just making those to be competitive in the competition, versus 2 weeks ago we were selling blue steel or uniforms or cake. So they constantly change that meta up, and that keeps it fresh and keeps the competition flowing very well.
So a farm of Energizer bunnies, like spawning batteries, is a good thing.
It's
right
literally, yeah, the 9 volts. They're carrying the 9 volts, and you can see one right here. And these forklifts are actually upgraded versions of the worker type, which, you always want to upgrade, right? So they move faster, they harvest faster, they cost less money, but they cost more resources to build. So there's that constant battle of struggling for resources, building resources. How soon do I upgrade? Did I upgrade too soon? Did I waste money? That kind of thing.
So let's do a collaborative, cooperative thing here. Let's, Zach, why don't you bring your screen up and go to the main page and show how does somebody onboard to Townstar once you're logged in. We're not going to walk you guys through setting up an actual login on the site, but whenever you do create an account, use 2FA so that you don't get hacked, and I'll let you guys take it from here.
Do I have my Gala up right now?
Yes, yep. You're in the main Gala page, and now that you're logged in, click on games, and you're going to go ahead and click play, and it goes full screen. If you want to go out of full screen, just hit escape. I usually keep mine in a window because I'm always moving it around. So if you see right here, we have all these servers listed. The only current active servers are the monthly servers. Now, if you look at the bottom, it says weekly competition inactive. That just ended last night at 11 p.m. And it's going to start again tomorrow at 11 a.m. And that's the competition where you can win Gala, versus where it says play to earn. All of those are just monthly servers that run. You can practice your builds and all that stuff. So for us, you pick 1 through 5. It's your choice, Zach.
Cool.
Now,
I'll
what I
try
will
and
say is there's been a big influx of players. So there's 14,000 players on this server. And unfortunately, you're not going to have the most ideal square, but it's okay because we're going to have fun doing this.
Oh, I gotta turn down my volume. It's really loud.
Oh, it's obnoxiously loud. And if I have one complaint, it's that there's no sound like bar where you can like, I just turn it off. Nobody cares about the sounds. Like you hear them one time and you go, okay, I'm good. I know what it sounds like.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. So Gala going through the roof, getting listed on Coinbase, and let's just say everybody wants to play now. So you see that the world map is actually based on the actual world map.
Right.
And they've done a really good job of trying to bring in realistic features of, hey, there's a mountain range here. We're going to put a mountain range in the game, or there's the Amazon River. We're going to put that. So there are three major land types. There are forest, desert, and plains. So if you see the green square, that is a forest. If you see the yellow square, that's a plains. And if you see that tannish color, that is a desert. I would recommend you starting with a forest because it's the easiest. In an ideal world, you would be as close to one of the cities. If you want to zoom in anywhere, like let's see, let's go to Japan, since we know Japan well, right? If you go to Japan, you're going to see there's a little to the right side of Japan. You see that the little building skyscrapers. If you click on that, that's a town. So that's Tokyo, right? So that's where you are actually going to sell all of your items to. So in this case, there's no squares available in Japan. If you look, we need to try and get you one that's close enough to a town so that we can sell semi quickly. Go to Africa. There's usually a little honey hole in Africa, and I'm sure it's probably taken. Yeah, okay, right there. Go in right there where that little river is to the elbow, the armpit. Okay, why don't you go ahead and pick a square?
Like right here?
Okay, so you see now before you click, you see how you have to do the little, see how far away he'd have to go?
Yes.
Okay, you can pick that one. We can try and go one that's straight to the right of it, maybe.
Oh, is that less distance for it to cover?
We have to, I mean, we could kind of do let's see, how many squares that'd be? 5, 10, like 12. Yeah, let's just do that one. We'll keep it rocking with that one. So once you click on the square you want, you put your town name in, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Don't make the mistake I did and make it too long and you get an error message and then you can't get a square.
Oh.
And, yeah, I lost out on some good spots from that. All right, so what you're looking at right now is your startup screen. As you can see, there's some new stuff. I'm glad they added. See, I was talking with the developers about this. This is more like this is their little tutorial they're adding in. If you scroll wheel out or towards you, that's going to zoom out, and then you can obviously zoom in. When you start out, you have a farmer. That's the little white house you see to the right, or the white blue house. His job is to water crops and to also harvest crops. So you see how he just picked up some wheat right there. That little truck is how you're going to deliver your products to the nearest city. He's putting the wheat in the silo. You have to have a silo to store things. And I learned early on that if you don't make a silo, he's going to sit there and harvest it and then destroy it. And you just wasted the resource. If you zoom out again, I want to show you the map. This is a 16 by 16 square. Everyone has 16 by 16. That is not changed. What is changed, however, is what's on it. So in this case of a forest, you've got all these ponds. That's the little squares of water. You have a lot of trees, which is great for early game. But if you go ahead and click on one of those trees you see right there, it's going to tell you remove for $15,000.
Why does it look like Mickey Mouse is floating over, like the clouds are in the shape of Mickey Mouse?
Okay, so that's the wonderful shadows they have.
Yeah.
I've turned that off because it gets distracting after a while. You go, what is that? And if you ever get a mountain build, you'll see that the clouds like a caterpillar. It circles a mountain. It gets distracting. I recommend I run mine at high with anti-aliasing on, FPS counter on, status overlay on, and that way, if you zoom in towards the silo, you see how it's got two different bars, right?
Yep.
One is capacity, and the other is what's the word to call it? demand, I think is what it is. So essentially, you know where the workers are going to be probably bringing the item to. So right now, if you look to your left, you see you have a little worker hat. That's your employee cost per hour. So that's your resource management right there. You have to pay that much a minute to keep your employees working. If that goes to zero, or excuse me, if your dollar sign that's right above that goes to zero, they will stop working and they'll just go back to home and sleep. So what I want you to do is go ahead and click on that truck right now, and it's going to pop up a menu. You can click sell. And this tutorial is doing it. So they just add this tutorial in, man. They did all the hard work for me. So, okay, you see, it tells you how much it's going to sell it for, and it tells you how long it's going to take. And then it also tells you how much gasoline it's going to take. And that's the hardest part about this game in the beginning, is producing your own gasoline, because you start out with 40. If you run out, guess what? Game over. Now you can see your truck right now go and bring the wheat to Kinshasa.
So that one's mine right there.
That's yours right there.
I'm so glad you explained that, because I had played before and I ran out of gas. I'm like, what do I do? How do I get more gas? And so I was doing it wrong. Shocker.
So I literally recorded a 6-hour straight video with no NFTs, going from the beginning of the game until gasoline production. I actually got a sunburn from my lamp right here. I was in front of it for so long, it burnt my face, but I was like, I'm going to finish recording this video. That's the hardest part, is producing gasoline, because until you can self-sustain that, you're going to run out and you're not going to be able to continue playing. So when you click on the shop icon, which you just did, you've got 5 tabs at the bottom. You have farm, ranch, terrain, industrial, and trade. Now, trade, as you can see, we already have one of those, a trade depot. If you had a water way on your side, a river or an ocean, you could put a freight pier or a trade pier.
And that's why all of the most in-demand territory is also bordering water, bordering the ocean.
Well, especially in this particular meta, because the top builds are selling 100 batteries at a time. And the only way to sell 100 things at a time currently is with a freight pier. So you have to have a waterway. And it can't just be a water, it can't just be a lake. It has to be a waterway that's connected to a city. So the city that about earlier that you clicked on has to be on an edge where the river or ocean's touching. So there's a whole lot of land rush that happens every weekly. A lot of frustration, a lot of keyboard banging, a lot of curse words, you know. But let's go ahead, and I want to show you one of the easiest ways to start in the game, which is in the forest. You're going to go ahead and demo all of those ponds, except for a couple.
As he's doing that, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
The lands we see, they're being occupied. What happens when all the land is occupied? Will it spawn a new world? Are these persistent? Do they reset? Do you have actual ownership of that piece? How does all that work?
Currently, there's no ownership of any particular square.
Okay.
However, when the weekly resets or the monthly resets, it is completely a wipe. Everybody starts fresh. Everything you did before doesn't matter. And you have to rush to pick a new town, and you go from there. As you can see, you can only sell when you've got 10 of an item or 100 of an item. So now that your worker's been collecting wheat, you can go ahead and sell another 10. And when he comes back, you have to click on the truck, and it auto harvests that money that you got and those stars that you earned. So essentially, there's the 3 main types of lands, and then there's do you want to have a river? Do you want to have an ocean? Sometimes you want an ocean. Ocean will actually hurt your crop growth, but ocean promotes salt and silica. Well, what if your build needs that? Then you have to sacrifice the hurting of your crops for the in-game build. Zach, what I want you to do is, if you see we have 3 sets of 3 ponds in a little L shape, I want you to demo all of those. So you click on it, and you see how it says remove 5,000. It's actually going to give you 5,000. Versus if you tried to remove, if you click on the marsh, which is the little pond, the little small, that little, like a frog would be there.
That actually costs to remove.
It's going to cost you. Yeah. So one of the best ways to start out in this game is to demo these ponds, except for the absolute ones you must have, and then use that as your startup cash to start doing things. So one of the easiest ways to start out is by selling flour, which we're going to need $20,000 for a storehouse, and we're going to need $15,000 for a windmill. So what I want you to do now that we have 57,000, I want you to click somewhere near the silo. That way that doesn't cast any shade on our crops. And I want you to click on the store icon and then go to farm and then scroll down. You're going to see storehouse. So a storehouse will hold completed flour for you. It'll hold completed salt, completed sugar for you. You see how our builders finally they're not sleeping anymore. They're walking over to the woodshed. They're picking up the wood, and now they're going to bring it. If you go click on that storehouse again, it's going to show you what's left until it's completed. You see we have 0 wood. So we need 5 wood to complete. Now, all of these trees you see can be harvested for wood. And what we're going to do right now is get your lumberjack going, because he's going to be very important when we start making your flour. So maybe right there across the road, not too close to the crops, because again, we don't want to cast shade or pollution on the crops. You want to click and scroll down. You're going to see a lumberjack house for 2,500. Okay.
And then the builder is going to need to build that after they build the storehouse.
Incorrect. There are some items that don't require an actual builder. So now I want you to click on your wheat, the wheat that you just, the wheat plants. See how it's not a green timer anymore?
Right.
That's because that lumberjack's too close. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to click remove on the 2 wheat fields, and we're going to put them in a more opportune location. Wheat requires 3 water. A pond provides 2 passive immediately surrounding it, and then 1 around it, except in the diagonals. I know it's kind of complicated, but essentially that little square pond is giving you 2 water right there. And then that marsh is giving you 1 water. So you notice, you see how that wheat is like, it's not the right color. If you click on it real quick, the one that's still remaining, it's going to show you it's missing 1 water. Well, it's missing 1 water because it's not as close to that pond.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I want to know why this guy who's carrying all this stuff back and forth is so fat. Like, you know, all he's doing is lugging wheat and stuff all day long, walking around.
You would think, because he's literally, yes, okay, right there in that cat corner and the other cat corner, go ahead and put another wheat field.
Those 2 spots?
Yes, sir. Go back into farm and scroll all the way down to wheat. Yeah, you'd be surprised there if your build's done properly, they're never going to stop working, and yet they don't lose any weight as the game progresses.
It sounds like hell.
Hey, listen, if your worker's sleeping, then you're doing something wrong. But you see now how we have a green timer though? That's because we're far
not
enough
maxed
away.
out. Is there a way to max it out?
That's basically max. Green timer is max.
Okay.
All right, so now you're going to have, you see how he doesn't have to water it anymore, because they both have the 3 water passively that they need. In an ideal set, a perfect build, farmers are never watering. They are just harvesting. But what we're going to do next, I see what you're doing right there, and that's beautiful. You make a pathway.
He was really slow when he was not on the road.
Correct. And then if you actually notice, if you see how it says upgrade, that's a paved road. Some buildings require that to be built, but they'll actually walk faster on the paved road as well. What I want you to do now is I want you to build a road somewhere in between this little pack of trees to the left. And we're going to go ahead and put a windmill down. And we're going to go ahead and start. So now your storehouse is built. So that means as soon as your worker finishes the flour, they're going to go bring it in there, and then you'll be able to sell that.
We're going to make some natural, clean energy then. So explain to me, while he's building this, how people earn the town coin and what that's worth. Like, what are the people who are seriously playing every day earning in terms of currency that we understand?
So right now, yeah, make that windmill, but put it further away, because if you put it too close, there'll be wind block. So right now, the only way to earn Gala is to win in the top 400 of the competition. Okay. And Gala was 70 something cents last I looked. And let's see, I'm going to give you the exact number right now. I'm on the Gala Games Discord, which is the best way to get information from them. And I'm going to go to, here it is. Okay. So first place wins 5,500 Gala in the weekly competition.
Nice.
So
it's like $4,500. Yeah.
Yeah. Second place is 4,000, third place 3,000, and then it goes all the way down to 400th place. So 301 place to 400th place is 200 gala. So it's a wide range from 5,500 gala to 200, but that's for the 5.5 days for the weekly. But what I'm doing as well, when a lot of people are now, if you have an NFT and that power level that you saw earlier, Zach, that's your gala power level. And what that has to do with is how much gala and town that you have in your inventory or your treasure chest. So it's like almost like a staking reward. You get this power level. So right now I'm level 2, which means that I could place 100 NFTs on my map, but only 2 are going to count. I believe, Zach, you were 10, which means if you place 20, 10 are going to count. If you place 5, 5 are going to count. But if you place 10, you'll get all 10. So the higher your level, the more gala you have invested, the more you have on the website, the more you can earn with town.
But it's not
And
entirely
right now,
passive income, because I need to place the NFTs and I need to complete the daily challenge in order to earn my daily yield of town coin.
correct. And if right now the daily quest is just collecting 1,000 stars, not that difficult, especially with this energy meta that we have right now. If you sell 10 batteries or 10 energy, that's 5,000 points right there. So right now it's super.
Let's talk about where to get these NFTs that can be used, and let's try and use an NFT here.
Go ahead. I think you actually have some. Why don't you go ahead and click on the road near the storehouse somewhere, and the like go away from the storehouse 1, like on right, yep, right where you just at on grass. There you go.
Right
Click
there.
the little blue logo. That is your gala inventory. So you see how you have that right there.
Oh.
That is a simplex sugarcane stand.
You didn't even know you had that, did you?
I had no idea I had that.
So what a sugarcane stand is going to do is automatically put sugarcane somewhere for you. So since you have 4 of them, we can actually use that right now to just instantly make sugar without having to grow sugarcane. It's basically what that NFT does.
Really?
So what what you need to do is put all of them right next to the windmill, because what's going to happen is it'll basically just automatically fill that windmill with sugarcane for you. And to make sugar, you need 5 sugarcane plant harvested.
I kind of like
3
making
wood.
them explode. That's kind of fun.
It's very gratifying. And since it's an NFT, you can do it. It doesn't cost you anything to place it down.
Your road.
And every time you have to have a road, by the way.
Right.
So yeah, you can put one to the north of that, a road. You want them as close to as you can, because they're just like the passive effects on everything. The closer you are to the item, the more of the passive effect you get.
Can these cause detrimental effects to my crops if
They
they're
do
too
not.
close? Okay.
They do not.
No, but they can ruin your teeth. And the dentist is not happy. I'm going to share my screen for a moment, because when I log into my gala here, if I go to my Town Star, I actually have these 2 items right here. I have a Mr. Puddles and I have an Alpha Fountain, which I've been on gala for a long time. I haven't played the game much, but somehow I acquired these, and I've got this right here.
So Mr. Puddles will bring water for you to either fill up a pond if you're making a new pond, or they'll bring water to crops for you. So like the farmer was doing earlier, where he was bringing the water to the crops for you, Mr. Puddles will do that for you. And then the fountain acts just like a pond. It gives passive water.
Now, the other thing I want to show you guys is several months ago, Gala did a NFT sale of Vox collectibles. And these are my Vox. I'm really surprised here. This guy apparently is super rare, because I have an offer out on him right now for 5.38 ETH. Holy cow. And these are playable somehow in the game. Is that right?
Yes, you can place them down in the game, and they don't do anything in the game currently other than earn you town. So if you want, we can look up exactly how much town you would earn with that engineer right now if you want.
Somebody wants to give me $24,000 for this.
Well, yeah. It's interesting, because the Vox, their rarity is calculated in this website called rarity.tools/collect Vox. And I'm going to go ahead and type in yours right now. it was a chemical engineer.
Yeah, his actual number, if you want to put in the
Yeah,
specific one,
6655.
6655.
Okay, so that is rarity rank number 610. So that's actually really rare. And you would earn 204.07 town a day if you were Gala Power level 1 and you placed that NFT on your map, completed the daily quest, and hit collect. So
what is that worth is the question then, right? What is the town worth?
Town is like 1.5 times Gala right now, or maybe a little bit more.
Okay, apparently that offer that I got is a low ball. I just pulled up Rarity Tools, clicked on my guy, and apparently the mad scientist is worth 25 ETH. Are you kidding me? Is that correct?
I think what you're looking at is his facial features.
His outfit. It says outfit, mad scientist. The floor is 25 ETH.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's showing you the rareness of what he has on him, and that's helping calculate the score basically.
That's insane.
That is insane.
I think I would be a mad scientist to not list him at 25 ETH.
I mean, you see how it says chemical engineer? So that's like they have multiple, like there's a farmer Vox and all that. They're all Townstar based.
Right.
And then whatever one of those things they have equipped or don't have equipped is what makes them more rare, less rare. And then, I mean, so you'd be earning 204 town a day just for being level 1. So if you can imagine if you were Zach and you were level 10, where you could place 10 of those, that would be 2,000 something town a day. I'm going to try and find you guys the Uniswap numbers right quick. Right now, currently, the only way to get Gala into town is to go to this particular pool that they have, and you can swap your town for Gala. Gala's been listed on Coinbase now, but town still isn't. We talked about the NFTs. If you go back to the Gala Games website, they have their store there. It was where OpenSea was a little bit cheaper, but since there's been like a nice influx of players, it's not necessarily the same right now. Okay, here we go. I got some direct data for you. 1 town equals 2.7658 Gala.
Oh, so a town is actually worth more.
Significantly higher over. So Gala coin market cap, what we got? 6825 right now. Okay, so we're gonna do 6825.
Are you using a desktop calculator?
I am.
I love that. I keep my little TI right here too.
Dude.
There's something about analog to let you punch those big buttons and not have to use something else.
You know how cool you were if you had the TI Silver, man. I mean, I go back to those days all the time. All right. So if my mathematicus is correct, which I don't think I'm pretty accurate here. $1.89 per town coin, and we said yours was 204. 204.07. So that would be $385 a day you'd be earning by just placing that NFT.
Wait. And how much time do I need to spend playing?
To get the town going, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in there. Get it to where it's self-sustaining, depending how long it takes you to get your own gas production. And then you just check in every day, sell a couple items, hit the daily quest, and then collect.
So basically I could, if I don't have the time to play, I could place this NFT, outsource playing the game, and earn $350 a day.
Yeah.
We live in amazing times. It is magical.
Okay, but here's the thing though, you have 4 of them. So you need to be at least Gala Power level 4.
I am a Gala 4.
You are Gala 4? Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So you can place all 4. If you really wanted to make the most out of your money, you have 6 NFTs, right? So you'd be level 6. And then you place all of them in the game and you'd collect your daily town and you'd have 300, 400, 500 town a day. I mean, I don't know what the rarity of the other ones are, but I mean, that's literally all I'm doing right now on the monthly is just letting it run. But as soon as I collect my 1,000 stars, it gives me the option to press collect. And like, let me get my big camera out of the way. You see right here where it says you've earned 38 town. I completed the quest and then I clicked collect, and immediately 38 town coin was sent to my inventory, or to my treasure chest, but my gala inventory.
Wow. I'm blown away. Zach, did you have any idea that this could be so profitable?
Absolutely not. I had no clue.
And now you're like, oh, how do I get another machine spun up here to play Townstar on the side?
Well, I mean, the good thing about Zach is he's got 4 of those sugarcane stands, which are worth 24 each. So, but the fact that he's level 10, he places all of those. He would be able to earn, almost 100 just on those alone. Zach, what are you doing right now? I got a little distracted.
I can share my screen again.
I've
just been sitting here letting things go and periodically
the
sending my
windmill's
truck
completed,
off
right?
with lumber.
Did you turn the windmill on?
You have to flip the switch.
I tried to craft sugar.
Okay, so you see how you're missing one?
Yes.
What I need you to do is take that sugarcane stand that's to the furthest away, and I need you to put a road. Yes, you go ahead and return it. It's gonna blow it up. So the north wheat stand right there, put a road directly behind that. Or better yet, go over one more to the left, put a road right there, and then put that sugar stand. Once that's done building, and then that should give you enough.
This is just the beginning of it. Again, we have to wrap it up here because of time, but Lycan, do you have a YouTube channel of your own where you have further tutorials?
I do. I have a lot of in builds, and I'm working on getting more beginner content out for everyone.
What's the channel on YouTube?
It is Lycan. It's youtube.com/Lycan Warlord without the underscore. So
perfect. We'll make sure and
tell
get
people to like and subscribe.
That's I don't. I hate that. I refuse to do it. I just go with, hey, I'm the stash. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'm not going to ask you.
Dude, thanks for coming on. You guys have seen it now. If you're listening to the audio version, you'll want to go check out the video here on YouTube and the other places the Nifty Show is broadcast. Townstar.com. I'm going to figure out how to get my NFT into the game from OpenSea so that I can start generating passive income. No wonder somebody wants to give me a whole lot of money for that mad scientist.
Sounds like you've been leaving thousands of dollars on the table.
That's very possible.
You have been. Shame, Joel. Shame.
Lycan, thanks very much, man.
Thank you, guys.